Hello everyone, my name is Danny, and I am going to review the 2016 movie called Home Invasion. The summary reads, terror arrives at the one place we all feel safest, in this taut psychological thriller starring Natasha Henstridge. When a wealthy woman and her stepson are targeted by a trio of expert thieves in their remote mansion, her only form of help comes from a call with a security system specialist. But as the intruders become increasingly hostile and the connection wavers, will she trust him to be her eyes and navigate her to safety? Like I said, this is a 2016 movie. It also stars Jason Patrice, Scott Adkins, Natasha Henstridge, like I said. And then William Dickinson is the little kid, it looks like. Kira Zagorski, Michael Rogers, Christian Tessier, Brenda Critchlow. So that's the online stuff. I suppose we've all seen a movie like this before. There have been some around, and it's a very generic name. Couldn't come up with anything better than just Home Invasion, I guess. Well, we'll start off with the negatives. The villains that are becoming increasingly more dangerous. The girl gets her butt kicked. The one guy is a nice guy, and he doesn't even want them to have hostages, so he's not really dangerous by any means. And then the head guy, he seems to know her, but he's willing to kill anybody to get whatever they're trying to get in this home, why they're invading the home. But I don't know. It wasn't really buying that they're like totally evil. I feel like they got placed in that role and got told to wave a gun around and walk very mysteriously and crazily around, and that's what they did. So, we'll get to the real big negatives at the end here. Positives, I would say, is the mother. Her and the son play off well together. I'd say that what they're selling is that the kid, is pretty much hates his stepmom, and that's a very normal thing, and that he doesn't like where they're living, and he has all the reasons in the world to do that. It's a very normal kid. And the mother has very real problems of dealing with a bad marriage and not really sure why she's in the town that she's in, and it looks like she's had to divorce, and there becomes a twist later in the movie that justifies all that, and very understandable, very real situation. So, it's a very fine movie as far as being real and stuff. It's just that when it starts to try and do what it's meant to be titled for being an invasion of a home and why they're there, here's the two big problems, okay, with this movie. Okay. Well, we never really find out who the father is, other than his name, what he used to do, what his business was, why he was in with bad people, or anything like that. Nothing about him. And then what this connection of what he did to deserve his family getting their home invaded, we never really figured that out either. So they're just kind of leaving those free to kind of relate to yourself what you think. So I'm just going to talk about the ending, because it's what's horrible about this whole thing, is that I'm just going to tell you, it's the last thing. So what they're trying to break into this home for is in a safe in the wall. And so they finally get pretty close to it and everything, and the end of the movie has the mother killed the head honcho guy for the breaker-inners, and we never even find out what the hell's in the safe. And I'm just yelling at my TV like, screw you. What the hell are you playing with us for? Why'd you make this whole movie if you're not even going to tell us what the hell people were trying to break into a safe for? Okay, that's the big first one. Now, the second big one is that I think a while back they've had some movies and stuff, and they actually did it right. This one did not. Why would you not have the mother and the guy that's helping her along on the phone meet each other or say thank you to each other or something? No, what they decide to do with the guy on the phone with the security company in this movie, he hears from his daughter and he says he'll be home soon, and that's it. Very dry, very unsatisfying at the end. And then the whole cops, and I didn't see them on the cast list, but I guess they didn't want to get recognized on the main page of the movie site here. But they were very dry, and they seemed very helpless. I was kind of like every horror movie in the world, there's always stuff wrong of why aren't the cops there? Why aren't the cops doing this? Why aren't they doing that? But I was just wondering if they found out who these people were and they found out they had a record, why wouldn't you call the FBI? Why are we dealing with 3 Hicktown sheriff and his 2 deputies that are, well, you'll find out why they aren't able to get there if you watch this movie or if you have watched this movie. But I was just yelling at the screen like, okay, we're dealing with millionaires who live in a mansion and they're being invaded by their home and somebody's already died and we know who they are and they're superb villains who have bombed a city and done other stuff. It's like, call the FBI. So that was just me, and I think that's actually a positive note, because if a movie makes you do that, go, call the FBI or what are you doing? These are big villains. That's drawing you in. So I think that's a positive note. So overall, for the movie Home Invasion, I, Danny, am going to give it a C-. I'm sorry to give it a C- because, like I said, it does draw you in, but it just has so many things wrong with it that I just don't think it can overcome that. And it really, honestly, gets to compete with a pretty saturated market of movies like this. We had one a while back called The Gift. I think it was sort of, a lot better than anything like this. And this is just so generic. And it's called Home Invasion. I mean, come on, And then the story was very dry. The actors felt like they were told what to do, and so they did it. And they had no way to make themselves original. So, very unforgettable movie, and kind of dry and very unsatisfying. And not like I said at the end, they didn't give you what you actually want from the end. They just are ending it like any little sappy romance movie has to end. And they didn't want to be original and do what you think they should do at the end. So, all right. Thank you for watching, guys. Rant is over, and I will keep on watching movies and doing my reviews. If you guys hit that like button and hit subscribe. Enjoy your movies, guys. Thanks.